ambient temperature outside is -20. Mark and I are going out again with a few people. I guess not really to test ourselves, because we've acclimated to this. I guess it's more of but really it's just fun. It's a good time. It's exciting to get out in the cold and know that we're made up of more than what we do in a day. We're more than our jobs, and we're more than our careers. We're able to get back to nature, and we're able to thrive there. It's a good thing.
Hey guys, we're out here at the Green Timbers cabin at the trailhead. We're headed out. It's going to be about a 2.3 mile walk. And so right here on the left-hand side, my left-hand side, your right, is going to be the Pigeon River. So we're going to follow that all the way up, and we'll cross right at the Green Timbers cabin. So we'll see you just in a little bit. Headed out.
So Alan and I stumbled across this bird nest here. You can see it's got a lot of surface area on the bottom where there's a lot of dry. It looks like some kind of bass that they pick up off the trees. It's definitely shredded bass. This is an excellent source of tinder. There's a lot of mud on the bottom, but I'd pick all the dry tinder off, and I'd use that as a bird's nest for my tinder bundle. Well, we made it to the Green Timbers cabin. Out here in the middle of the wilderness. There's a few miles hike here. Nothing bad, a pretty decent hike. It's a beautiful, neat little cabin shell. Looks like somebody tarped off the windows. Hello, the camp! All right. I guess this is home for the next couple of nights. Start tying knots in paracord. Well, you got 550 workload or a 550 test load. Okay, but in truth, you've only got 250 workload or 225. Then you start tying knots in the sucker, and you start quartering that. So I got around it twice. Okay. The thing about a jam knot is, I don't want to cut that off of there, do I? And I can't pull the whole thing through, so with a jam knot, you turn your knot upside down. By turning upside down, you create a handle. And then you can really reef on that sucker. Okay? Then all you got to do is cut it where you want it. Come on now. Okay, and pull that through that loop you made, like so.
Put a half hitch on the stopper, right?
Yep, well, you don't even half hitch, it just pulls right through the loop you made the handle of it. And now we've got a tripod. So if you'll help me set it up, Alan. Yeah, we've got a tripod back there. So, you guys were the first guys to camp last night, huh?
Yeah.
What time did you roll in?
About 3 o'clock to the trailhead.
And how cold did it get?
Negative 26
Negative
last
26.
night is what we're told.
And
Yep.
how do you feel about that?
Pretty accomplished.
How things go good?
That's a new record for me in a hammock.
New record for me, period.
Yeah. And how was your experience?
Pulling the sleds is definitely the way to go in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
The hike was nothing compared to what I thought it would be with
Sure.
You know, with the sleds. So
Yep. Carry a lot more that way, that's for sure. You know, I'm usually a backpacker, you know, so carrying all that extra gear like this so I could be comfortable in a big camp like this is kind of nice, you know, with all
Yep.
Hulk is the way to go for sure.
Cool.
But, yep. Stayed out last night, no tarp, and just did well with the. We got down. I got a wool blanket with me too, and did
Cool.
real good.
Yep.
So this is our cabin. Nobody can seem to determine how long it's been here, but it's been here a long time. And the state took over this land and they let people use the cabin. So we'll walk around the side here. You know, that old door is closed up now. It's a really neat setup. I sure am glad to have it for a change. When you go across the north and you find something like this, old trappers' cabins and things, you need to use them and you need to leave enough inside for the next person who comes behind you. Nice. So this is a pocket-powered or a hand-powered chainsaw. Alan Ballard's demonstrating. Guess you've seen one firsthand.
All right, so one of the things I'm going to try to make today is a camp set of tongs. So I found a nice little green sapling. So taking my marbles knife, and I want to start right here on the top side. So this wood, I took it and I put it by the fire, kind of warmed it up a little bit. So I just got it started. But what you want to do is you want to run it down, and as it's going down, you want to try to ease down and watch your knot, and watch how it's running down the center of the stick. And as you walk it down, kind of ease it down in there, kind of walk it. Walk it down, and then what I'll do is I'll take another little stick like this, and we'll put it down in the bottom like that, and then we'll take cordage and we'll lash it. Get a set of tongs, right for camp.
All right, let's take a look inside the cabin here. Somebody has nailed this old tarp over the edge, and then we have some firewood that's been gathered, and we're in a nice room here. It's kind of dark, so I apologize in advance for the dark. We got another tarp. It's got a rain block, and we're inside this old cabin. It's extremely dark, so we got another room people use for a changing room over here, I guess. And you've got Mark and I are set up over here.
I couldn't pass it out. Okay, it's boiling over.
Over here we've got a fire hearth and an old fireplace, and we've all got our stuff kind of laid by the fireplace and on top of the mantle. Somebody's had an old table in here. Over here is what I really want to show you. In this corner, you're going to see all kinds of things here. When you've come to a cabin in the north, you need to leave it prepared for the next person. It's a courtesy thing. And if somebody wanders in to a cabin when they need it, they have provisions. Now, you'll see MREs, everything from MREs, toilet paper, there's a tampon, matches, a water bottle that's frozen over, bug spray, anything you can think of, we've left. So if you have something, leave something. If you need something, use something. How you guys doing?
Good. We got coffee.
Coffee is important.
We got bacon.
You guys all hanging outside tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's the temperature supposed to be?
Only seven. Oh no, one above.
One above.
One above?
We don't
Wow.
sleep on the ground.
Joe, how do you feel about that, man?
We'll have a whole degree tonight.
A whole degree compared to minus 26. All
When
right.
you got a tripod set up and you want to have multiple pots hanging, or cook something on a spit or whatever else, you set up a crossbar on each, so you can even have, really up to 4 pots hanging at once. Just a simple Marlin spike hitch, overhand knot to keep it secure. Tie a toggle in the end that's wider than the pot. So if the toggle is wider than the pot, there's no way for it to slip out. And you don't want your pot to slip out and put out your fire. If you need to get the pot off the fire because you're done cooking, water's boiling, simply just take it up and hang it. Let it cool until you could grab it.
My hand.
You lighter?
Nope, all set. Okay, so I lean over it, I protect it with my body. I got a very small amount of birch bark in here.
This is where he loses his eyebrows? No.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not panicking and not freaking out.
Considering my wife bought all the equipment, the juice is costing me a lot less than cigarettes.
Let's take a look at this. Am I doing anything to this?
No.
Not at all.
I'm getting my nicotine.
Okay?
Now it kind of helps too because
I don't get the carpet.
Now I turn.
all the twigs give you the airspace too.
They do. They give me surface area. And the resinous burn, you're not even going to believe this. Okay? Now I've got a fire platform there. I would just use logs that I didn't cut. Throw that sucker into life. This is a survival fire. I'm not going to piss around trying to be... I'm not going to piss around. I'm going to get this thing going. Now, look at that gasoline. I'm going to lay logs right on top of this thing. You guys come closer. Feel it.
Oh yeah.
You guys won't believe the heat that are coming up in our campfire, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
You ever burn
Good.
that with the needle still on with the
It's recording all of it.
That's a wildfire. Feel that heat? Now this is a drying fire.
Oh, man.
If you're cold tonight,
Fire this baby up in the cabin tonight.
okay. So any logs that I put on here will burn. They're going to be lit. Yep. I'll have a base on the bottom.
Why don't we have this morning?
Well, I just kind of let you guys do your thing.
I like this thing better.
So I got to say, on this trip, they have spoiled Jeffy Gear like he's never been spoiled before. They've sledded more food in here than you could ever believe. We've had biscuits and gravy, pheasant and wild rice soup. Right now we've got a chipotle pork butt going with all kinds of onions and hominy. Oh my goodness. I made too many trips to the wilderness already to take care of the food they've stuffed in. Wood production is a huge part of camp here. We have around 10 guys that we got to keep warm all night long. We have cook fires and the hearth inside to keep going. Mark and I dropped a lot on the trail. We drug it back, and everybody here's gone to work bucking it up. You see, nobody stands idle. Everybody works pretty hard.
That Nate? Yeah. What's that?
I knew you were coming.
Oh, it's that dump stool he's got right there.
Well, they're just getting it on the fire, so you got time, man.
Yeah, I'll try and do it. I thought that was a dog.